Alrighty. Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Hardigan here. Today we're going to talk about how a butterfly gets its food. So our learning target for today is I can identify how a butterfly gets its food. Pretty simple. I'd like you to read it now with me. I can identify how a butterfly gets its food. Awesome. So now let's unpack this learning target. So the first word here, identify. We've talked about it a lot in science. By now you should definitely understand. Identify means to recognize or understand. So you're going to recognize or understand how a butterfly gets its food. How? What does that word how mean? How in our case here is going to be what tool. So what tool does the butterfly use to get its food? And that is, you'll see, as a part of its body. The butterfly. We've talked about butterfly a lot, but I'd really like to unpack it here because the butterfly is a living thing. It's not a human. And it's really important for us to remember that it is a human, but it is a living thing and it still has those basic needs just like humans do. Last one here is food. So all living things need food to survive. That's how they get their energy. You and I might get it from having pizza at lunchtime, but a butterfly is going to get it from eating something different. So let's talk more about that. All right. The tool that they use is called their proboscis. All right. And what is a proboscis? Butterflies don't have a mouth like you and I do. Instead, they have this proboscis and it extends from the front of their head. It's like a straw and it's a tube that coils up. That means it rolls up. What was I going to say? Like if you had a watch, you'll see here with my watch, it's like as if the proboscis is going like this when it is taking in the food, but then when it's not being used, it rolls up under their right under their heads there. All right, and it goes into the flower to sip nectar. Nectar is what it eats. Butterflies also use that proboscis to drink water and juice from rotting fruits, kind of like we saw at the Academy of Natural Sciences. The proboscis was eating the rotten fruit, which was a rotten banana. If we were in school, we would be feeding them a rotten apple usually, and they really like those because they're sweet. So you'll see here, right here, this is the proboscis, and it is extending into the flower to sip the nectar. All right, and if you want to see more of this, I got it from this website here, birdsandblooms.com, Butterflies Eat video. So what we're going to do here, oh, and you'll see it here as well. See how it is coiled up? Isn't that so cool? Yeah, and it's coiled up here too. So you'll see the legs kind of gripping onto the leaf, and it's kind of searching for that nectar. See the yellow pollen? That's what it's attracted to. All righty. And then now what I'd like us to do is I'd like to watch a video with you of the proboscis actually sipping that nectar. So cool. It's super zoomed up. We don't even get to see this in the classroom. So this is a really awesome opportunity for all of us. All right, watch with me. See it right there? Sipping in the nectar. So cool. See it, see it, see it, see it? It's going in, and it like wants to curl back up when it's finished. Boys and girls, I just think that is so cool that we can see that in that way. I'd like to make it not full screen anymore. Okay, there we go. So now it is time for you to head back to the Schoology discussion board. And when you go to the Schoology discussion board, this is the sentence that you're going to write in. And you want to start writing the sentence in from the beginning here. So you'll type, a butterfly gets its food from. So what is the food that it eats? Remember, we talked about that. And what is the tool that it uses? What is that body part that it uses? So right, it gets its food from nectar. That's where it gets its energy from. And then what is the tool that it uses? What's that little straw thing called? It's called a proboscis. So this is the sentence that you're gonna need to put into the Schoology discussion board to get your credit for today's lesson. All right, a butterfly gets its food from, what's that blank? By using its, all right? Keep up the great work, boys and girls. Super proud of you.